Good morning. Test. Okay. Every time. Gotta check. Here we go. Get to work. So I figured out one of the things that was broken with the bike, and I fixed it a little bit. It's like half fixed, but I gotta I didn't want to take anything apart until I found an exact YouTube video. But
Mulry said,
I found something where I have to replace the pin that it just wears out. So I have to find a bike shop, or I don't even know. How the fuck do I find this one specific size pin for Schwinn bikes? So I gotta do some digging. But I think it is the one piece I need. So in lieu of not having the part to try and fix this, I just try tightening everything up, and that seems to have worked a little bit. Good morning, Malray. Good morning. Another hard day to wake up. I don't know what it was. I took that writing workshop with the boys, with Bruce McCullough, and I was just so jazzed after. And we went out for a drink at a bar and talked about what we wanted to accomplish as a group. And as I got back, I was just so jazzed, so I didn't go to bed till 1 in the morning, which for me is really late nowadays, especially since I've been in the routine of waking up at 7 in the morning. But I think having the shame.
Mr_Seeker said, how was the video?
We didn't end up shooting anything, but we were just talking. It was all about creating something. We wrote a new sketch.
Mulry said.
Oh, you talking about the videos you sent me? Yeah, that was crazy. It was much more intense. It's like fencing almost. Yeah, there's a quick time limit on those Ludo sport videos. I'm rambling.
MR_Seeker said, it's fencing 2.0.
Yeah. And there was a ref and a lot of people. I was like, damn. And I was expecting plastic or, I don't know. Well, those were some nice faux lightsabers. My only problem is they're the same color, Let me change it to red and blue and recreate Luke and Vader fighting. But no, still very cool. Yesterday, Mile Ride.
You can do that.
Mr. Seeker brought up he does Ludo sport, which is lightsaber fighting.
Mulry said,
Oh, you can. Okay. Maybe yeah. Just the one I saw. They both wanted blue.
MR underscore
I'm
seeker
not
said,
evil.
it is lightsaber fighting.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you're not sawing anyone in half. You're not cleaving someone's body apart. So it's like lightsaber fight. No. Technically. Well,
Thickrat underscore said, what a coincidence. I just thought to see if we're live.
Well, good morning, Thickrat. Yes. I've been going hard. In the future, I don't know if I will go 7 days a week. I think that's a pretty hard thing to keep up. But definitely starting out, I wanted to squeeze all of the motivation from like a new year, the new me thing, new streaming schedule. But as life goes on, I imagine the streams will go down to more like 4 or 5 a week instead of all 7. Especially when I got stuff to do, like later. But until that point comes, keep it up.
Health is complicated, do what you can.
Yeah, there you go. And also, with how many times I've had to like tweak or fix this bike already, I think I need to either, one, invest in a new air bike, like a brand new one, and then run that shit ragged. Or, 2, find an alternative, which just nothing beats the air bike, I think, in terms of like a good mindless cardio. Or 3, I gotta repair it and find some like spare parts. That's the problem with buying something old. It's like, man, where is this one stupid specific part that they don't even remotely make anymore for the new Schwinn air bikes? I don't know. It's like they intentionally do that to kill the aftermarket selling of old bikes. They just like, hey, let's change all the pins to these proprietary things. Another thing pisses me off. But on the flip side, I feel like this bike has been through a lot. And if under my ass is its final resting place, then so be it. But I was looking at new
I like
air
the
bikes
increase
and I
in
was like,
decor. Next up, some twinkle lights.
$800.
Then some cool
I'm
LED
like,
thing
yeah,
that
I
changes
paid
colors.
$90 for this. Thank you, thank you. Yes, it is a blank canvas, ready to be painted. I do have like old strip LEDs. I bought them for AiPD, but I never used them. I might have used them for like 1 or 2 streams. And I'm like, I did not set these
I'm
up
obsessed
right.
with twinkle lights. I used
Twinkle
to have an
lights?
apartment and I
Oh,
used
hey.
them for living room light.
That'd be interesting, and he's not too hard to put up. And yeah, good background. I'd have to figure out like a different light source to keep me lit, and then just have like twinkling stars in the background. It's not a bad idea.
It's very cozy. I had some fake IKEA trees.
Anything to church it up. Because if I make the stream thumbnail look nice, by having a nice like ambiance. Maybe more people will click in. But I do get a lot of people tuning in randomly.
I spread a lot of light-based propaganda.
The numbers are higher than I expected for an early morning stream. For like my stream summary. There's a lot of light-based propaganda. Not propaganda. Lighting is important. It makes a room visually very interesting, as opposed to just a white box. Right now, I got his basketball M&M and disappointed wolf.
I go on rants about how people hide twinkle lights in their backyard where I can't see them.
My friend in Detroit, he's got like a huge backyard, and we do like bonfires over the summer, and he's got like a lot of outdoor lighting, and man, that really like churches it up. He's also got a lot of trees though, and I got no trees. But he's got those like weird LEDs,
Judgmental wolf
string
keeping you
bulbs
motivated.
that Costco has. And those things are everywhere. It's like, oh my God, I see them over there. I see them on this guy's house. I see them at this bar. Always. One day this wolf will smile. I don't know what will make that happen, but maybe when I'm under 200. If that ever even remotely close to comes happening. You know, right now is a trying time where you're putting in the work still, you're feeling good, but that number is frozen. I went up a little bit. I stagnated at 283 for a little while. It's okay. We will get past it. Just keep going. It is not a permanent wall. Over the span of time, it will go down. It's all about being in a calorie deficit, too. So if it's not going down or it goes up, it's time to start looking at the diet, which I hate. I hate doing that because, like, my mental illness around, like, dieting is that I'm always going to go back and eat this after. So giving it, why go through the torture of giving something up? I don't like giving anything up. You don't have to give anything up, though. Just be in a calorie deficit. Track that stuff. I've never done that either. But that's the mentality. Once you hit your calorie limit for the day, stop. The problem is I think I hit my calorie deficit in one meal. And I unfortunately ate like one big meal a day. And that's just not what the body expects. It's usually like lunch or dinner. Sometimes both. But like I said, my legs are getting rock solid. It feels good. Arms are starting to even a little bit. It makes sense. I'm not doing a bunch of weightlifting or, core stuff. But we'll get there.
How did I get VIP status?
Oh, yeah, I just gave you a diamond. It's a very manual process. I just have to go into my Twitch and add who gets a diamond. And I was like, I had some extra diamonds laying around, and you're a regular, so you get the VIP. You get the VIP. I still got like 8 lying around. So for whatever new regulars appear, if any, they're waiting. They're lying in wait. And the diamond lets you know who can text to speech. Not everybody gets text to speeches. I wanted to avoid bots and new people saying mean things. Because it's one thing to read a mean thing. It's another to read a mean thing and hear text to speech also read a mean thing. So it's just like, you gotta earn the right to text to speech talk to me. And you have done that. And I do enjoy all your James A. Caster AI art. I do get excited when I'm at work and I see one of those pop in. I'm like, what is James AI up to today? I think you need to start pretending like he's on a travel show and take him to different scenic spots. Like a picnic on Mount Everest with the Minion. I don't know, throwing it out there. Whatever you're doing right now is actually great. But if you feel like you're beating a dead horse,
That's awesome. I laugh so hard at some of them. The AI always finds interesting ways to fuck it up.
what do you use to generate? What specific flavor of AI? Or is it just anything you can find? Because whatever you're using, I'm just amazed at the faces.
Grok LOL.
Grok. Oh, okay. Hey, you know what? I gotta give Grok a try. I've used it a couple times, but yeah, that's another thing. They just silently made that free to use.
Grok is the only one that allows you to use real people's facia.
Interesting. I'm going to have to test this to the limit and make some Oprah fan art. I'm very curious what I can create. All the things I would try to create with, because for a brief period of time, you could use stable diffusion and stuff. And then I think they were like, let's ruin the training data for the human faces and blur everything out. So it did faces for a week maybe, and then people started using it in weird ways. And they're like, okay, we have to muck the training data to get rid of the faces. So other AIs intentionally blur out the faces to kind of protect the people that the training data is based off of. But I guess Grok said, fuck that. Let's make it cool.
The only cool thing Elon ever did was let the AI get used and abused on celebrities.
Yeah. He is like a villain, but he's like a villain of villains. Like, I have a feeling that there's chummy
MR
now,
underscore seeker said, waiting for that moment.
but I have a feeling they're gonna like face off. I'm just waiting for the moment where. Right now, it seems like they're willing to work together and a little chummy, but that both of their patience levels are only so high. Feels good when you see like your enemies infighting, because that means they're weak and they're on their way out and they're gonna self-destruct, and then someone actually competent and smart can hopefully fill the power void.
Wait till Facebook gets scraped and used to create your digital self.
Yeah, that's one thing that kind of was like a big. One thing that was kind of like a loss.
And then he went silent.
With this like wave of AI stuff is like all these free public APIs for everything, so people could make like open source Facebook readers that didn't have any of the bullshit, or you know like Twitter or Reddit. There was like open source reader clones that were much better to use and didn't have all the fucking ads. I would love to see the numbers though, because I feel like Facebook's user base is waning. Like now it's just our parents. And like, who's still using Facebook? Everyone's moved on to like other things, I feel like Instagram maybe. Instagram and TikTok.
TikTok.
And TikTok's on its last days. They'll figure something out. I don't think it's ever going to get shut down.
Or
and
what was
another
that Chinese
thing,
app called?
how would they shut it down? So they take it off the iOS and Play Store. And then they region block they DNS block the IP. Because that's how all these blocks work. They just block the DNS or whatever. But you can get around that with a VPN. You could get around that with a whitelist in your host file. We don't have like a great firewall. You can't truly block anything in America right now. So, I think if TikTok does close down, like unless they like lock people's accounts, which I don't think they'll do, they just take it out the App Store. And I think, you know what, people are going to be like, bye TikTok. But then they're going to find out like how easy it is to just sideload an app and updates. I mean, more so for Google, I guess.
Wish people don't just love their corporate overlords.
Yeah, I like Google Play a lot, especially as a developer. It's way easier to use. It's so intuitive. I upload a build, I publish a build, I fill in the store details, and I'm good to go. Like, you can get an app in the App Store in like an hour. iOS, their manual review, and also their weird like certificate thing is
Yes,
so confusing.
until you realize what type of app you are building.
I've done it maybe a handful of times in my life. Put an iOS
The ones they don't
app
want.
in the store. And it is different every time and just as confusing every time. And I have to like read through many, many docs just to figure out what the F is going on. Shouldn't be like that. Come on. Okay.
The way I
I
have to
will
deal with
think,
moderator
Brad.
filters just to prevent
I
Google
will
from blocking the AI.
reciprocate the AI art. Oh, interesting. It's tricky
The Crack
dicky.
underscore said, I wonder how Garfield looks with Grok.
Oh yeah, Garfield would be especially if it does faces. Garfield and Oprah. And that's an interesting thing with AI, because AI is always living in the past. It's always bound to be behind by a little bit. AI can't do like on-demand updates very easily. Like I can't feed in new stuff. That'd be interesting if you could like patch in new stuff. But like Oprah is a great example, because I guarantee all the training data for Oprah is fat Oprah. It is. Not new Oprah. Not new Ozempic Oprah that is thin. So, you know, that's got to be weird too. Anyone tries to generate an AI image of Oprah,
MR underscore
they're
seeker
going to
said,
get
I have some ideas.
some fat Oprah. And it's like, I'm not that way anymore. Hey, can people look up like some recent pictures of me? But what if they never update the AI model? You're all stuck on this popular AI image generation model that has old Oprah. And people forget. People don't care what new Oprah looks like. They only care about fat Oprah. And it's like, why did I even lose the weight? Everyone thinks I'm still fat because of these stupid AI models.
The Crat underscore said, no problem, just have Oprah is
There
skinny.
you go. And then it like cuts and pastes her head onto a different body. You know, like that ain't Oprah. That's Mr. Bean. It's even got the suit and tie. So you know how I said like the first
I
snowfall
don't
is
think it would be
magical,
hard.
mystical.
It generated a Fat Shrek minion hybrid.
I'm already sick of looking at it. We've had like a cold snap. It's been like below 0. And it's supposed to stay like that until like Tuesday. And so it's just like when it's like cold out, there's a dry cold, which really sucks. It just like sucks all the moisture out of your skin and hurts to be in. And then the wind blows, and it like when it's like that dry, it turns like the top layer of snow into like a dust, and it's like sand, and blows in your eyes. It just sucks, and that's where we're at right now. We had fresh snowfall; it was all nice, light and fluffy, and now it's just a sucky suck.
Sucky suck. MR underscore seeker said, you know what I hate? Having an idea block.
What are you idea blocked about, Mr. Seeker? I am the brainstorm master. I know many techniques and things to get past a block. I free write. I do word association. I use AI to like go down
How a website should look like.
how a website should look.
Thickrat_ said, James Acaster and Mr. Bean celebrating their birthdays was epic.
You know, with Claude and stuff, you can like generate React app code and like see a preview. So just be like,
They would never
here's
hang
all
out
the
IRL.
buttons I need front and center. Keep it above the fold. Generate me a home page. And start from there. Because you know what? I hate these infinite scroll sites. They do look nice. But keep it above the fold. Most people don't scroll. That was the thing when I worked at ePrize.
MR_ Seeker said,
The online
that's the
sweepstakes
issue I
stuff.
have.
They're like,
Generate
most
me a
people do
homepage.
not scroll. You got to keep it above the fold. So many people just go to the web page. Anything important or any navigation things or any place, any call to action to like actually enter the contest has to be above the fold. What's the fold? It's like what you can see in a web page when you first go to it without scrolling down at all. Generate me a home page. Okay. Generate me a home page that's easy to use and has these call to actions and above the fold. That's a good keyword. I feel like that'll get you some good, better results. Make all the interactive content above the fold. Give me some ideas of what's visually striking. And then a lot of like web stuff is like the meta of it. What are some good ways to improve my SEO? What are some good metadata to put in the header? What is... Because that's all it is. All these fucking... I hate all these stupid SEO plugins and stuff where they charge insane boko bucks. But all they're really doing at the end of the day is tossing metadata into your fucking header. It's criminal what people charge. And they like to think they have the secret sauce. And maybe some of them do. Like these top tier companies that get greased. Another thing is like another part of the Google algorithm is
Holy F.
staleness.
I just let AI generate one, and it looks great.
So like
Laughing face.
AiPD would get buried because I wasn't doing anything. But hopefully now that I'm streaming again, I get bumped up to the front again. There you go. Hey, Mr. Seeker, yeah. And don't get too brain stuck on having the perfect homepage. You know, header, name of the site, navigation, maybe a news blog post feed, or it depends on what you're building. And content, yeah. Your main content. Keep the important stuff above the fold.
Oh,
Don't
that's not
toss
the
it in
issue.
your header.
The issue is that I am really bad at drawing.
As much as people don't scroll below the fold, there's a lot of people who just put stuff in the footer. Bad mistake. Even fewer people reach the bottom of the page. Oh, yeah. Find someone on Fiverr you like. Like, really take the time and look. There's so many designers. And a lot of them are just like bottom of the barrel, cheap, cheap, cheap. But, you know, bookmark the ones you're like, I do kind of like that. I don't kind of like this. And then when the time is right and you have like a rough idea of what you think the site you look at and have. You know, load them up too. Be like, all right, I want a website, and I want it to have all these links, and you know, give them a prompt that's like a human prompt, not an AI. Give them like this Fiverr person that you may or may not hire. Give them like very specific direction based on their style that you like. And I don't know. It'd probably do you better.
Thickrat_ said, OMG, I just did James hugging Garfield and it's very cute.
Oh, I can't wait to see Thick Rat. Hopefully that wasn't all just smoke up your ass, Mr. Seeker, and that something I said inspired you. Whenever you're like super blocked, it's like, what's blocking me?
MR
Do I not like this idea?
Sent a pic to your Discord.
Oh, nice. Oh, hell yeah. Cool. I can't wait to see.
It's just mind-boggling.
Yeah. Look at other sites. Like, look at boring sites that you don't even think of, but like you use every day. Because if it's a boring site and you use it all the time, that means it's probably pretty like well structured. Like you don't think about it. It's so boring to you because like it's so easy to do everything you need to do on that site. Like, and it's also helpful to look at sites where it's just like, I hate the site. What do I hate about this site? I hate that it takes like a minute to load for every page. It's like, okay. You know, a lot of people don't like optimize their content. They just put like a full fucking 70 megabyte video in the background. It's like, come on, man. What if I'm looking at this on a phone? Not everybody's got 5G all the time. Especially in America when you're like on the road or something, or out on a remote site or something. There's some like programming guys I like to watch, and someone sent them this like tools website, and they're like, how is this tools website like it's like for ordering parts and tools? It's like a Harbor Freight. I can't remember exactly what the website was called, but they're like, how is this website so fast? And he started clicking around and he's like, wow, this is really fast. And it's like very simple design, very low res pictures. As you hover over an item, it's like loading the content for the next page, so that if you click on it, that it's already got like a head start. I wonder if that's the training data. Like there's one like Getty Images like stockpile of James Acaster, and they're all gray shirts. Or I wonder if that's like something they purposely did, is make it. And sometimes like you gotta be sneaky when asking an AI to change something. Just be like, make him dress like he's getting ready to go to the ball or something. And I doubt you would get anything great from that.
The
Make him dress like he's going
it looks
to
like
the
it's from some old media and it's limited.
Harvest Festival. Maybe get more greens and...
Yeah, I added no gray colors and that works.
Oh, okay, there you go. Sometimes, yeah, just asking directly does work. And sometimes you gotta get creative. The AI is very temperamental. Sometimes you gotta go like, okay, let me give you very specific other commands and try to avoid this.
Yeah, James looks fucked up in most of his images. NGL, it's really annoying.
It makes you wonder. It's like, that's one thing I hope we have in the future is like the ability to like, when they like actually ethically source the training data, I wish they would make the training data like public, so that I could like look through it like a, you know, a Flickr album of like all the training data that was used for a specific version of the model. And I know it'd be like billions of images, but like you could search in the training data and like look for all the pictures of James and be like, he's wearing a gray shirt in 90% of these. Can you guys add some more varied pictures of this guy? And then you could really improve the training data through finding like voids like that. Like, because it's like bad data in, bad data out. I think if there was like an open source model, and it would be kind of hard to just have like the entire internet in one photo album. And how would you index that and search it in a quick way? And all this just to show people what you trained your AI model off of. And you'd probably get more takedown requests than anything. But
he could upload some good shit.
I think if we really want to get to the next level of model, it needs to be everybody working together. You know, you try it out. Oh my God, all these elephants. They're all laying down. I gotta get some elephants standing up or jumping. And then, hey, maybe that inspires photographers to like add these weird niche scenarios like, hey, can someone get a tiger not growling? And then people like go to the zoo and they take photos. And maybe they don't want to just submit it to an AI model, but maybe they do. Maybe it inspires a new wave of photographers that want to contribute to these better AI models. This is my weird utopia for a new AI image model. I don't think it'll ever happen, but it's nice to dream. It's nice to have dreams. It would take a lot of effort, and I wonder if it would be that much better. I don't know. Like you go through all that effort, and it's only a little bit better. That would be so disheartening.
MR_Seeker said, I just got myself a wonderful picture, laughing face.
Oh, what you generating? You're still generating pictures of websites, or are you onto something else?
Website front page.
Website front page. Ooh, okay. Curious to see. Yeah. Hey, James, if you want better, less nightmarish AI pictures, let me hold you hostage. I'm going to keep generating minion photos until you send me a bunch of photos of you not in gray shirts. Your move, James. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Now I don't want to go to work. It just started snowing really hard. Oh, that sucks.
If artist can do its best and generate something out of what I have, it's gold. Thecrat_ said,
I might be
I wish
working
I had the
from
nerve to
home.
harass him, but he scares me, LMAO.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be doing that.
Harris face with tears of joy.
That's not harassing. It's like limited to like one message a day.
Picking up wife now.
Maybe one message a week if you feel like one message a day is spamming them. But I feel like people recognize names that regularly like contact them, and as long as it's like not a word salad,
Thickrat_ said, the way it
and
pronounces
it's
Harris
not
is
like
funny.
exactly the same thing every time, because then they just think you're a bot. All right, Mr. Seeker, thanks for dropping in. Hopefully you're inspired and passed your block about your website idea. I'm excited to see these pictures you sent me.
MR_Seeker said, I am driving,
Oh, okay,
just
cool.
watching.
We're in the last 15 minutes anyway. Just got to finish strong. I'll throw in some kettlebell swings just to change it up. Just to change it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
It's website plus card game.
15,
Card game is prototype,
16,
website is prototype, but if website looks awesome, everyone likes to come.
19, 20. Oh, interesting. But if the website looks awesome, everyone likes to come. That's so true. If that's true about a lot of things. If the guy looks good, everyone likes to come. If the girl looks
Thickrat_
good,
said, I
everyone
would be
likes to
harassing
come.
his management LMAO.
If the restaurant looks good, everyone likes to come. Yeah, probably. I think more people than not have control their own. Or it's like
MR_Seeker
if it's
said,
like an older
it's
person,
PKI.
then it's like not someone not related at all. It's just like an official like fan site. Because I think like Dave Chappelle had that joke where it's just like someone made like a Twitter for Dave and started fighting with like Cat Williams. And he's like, oh, sorry, I don't even have a Twitter. And then Cat Williams is like, I don't have a Twitter either. And so two people just claimed to be verified. And
Thickrat_ said,
yeah.
Vincent D'Onofrio has direct contact with so many Twitter people. He really gets into it.
Vincent D'Onofrio? Where did that come from? Oh, yeah. You could tell when someone actually has their own Twitter account. I see. I see the connection. Yeah, you know when someone's like commenting on every little thing, especially if it's like he's just like looking for pictures of himself and being like, no. It's like, why do you care so much? It's like, oh my God, it's the real Vincent D'Onofrio. Or like Trump, like, you know, you can tell it's the real him. No one comments that much. And it's just like weird things. It's like, oh, this probably should have gone through some sort of manager or PR person before you posted it, because this, what the fuck? But who's going to say no to that guy? So he just doesn't even have, he's just like, no, I'll post it. It'll work out in the end.
He writes high school style poetry. It's wholesome but hilarious cause it's so cheesy.
Interesting. I got thick skin. I was like raised on 4chan and something
Yeah, check him
awful.
out.
Like, I feel like there's like internet etiquette, and also it's just like you just realize until you've like dealt with a troll. I feel like it's healthy to do it at like a young age, but some adults like deal with these trolls, and they talk to like people on the internet like they're real people. It's like sometimes there's like a good South Park episode about this, where Kyle's dad is like he's like, oh, nice to see you, everybody, and then gets home and goes on the computer and he's like just like this trailer. He's like, I hate you. And I think it's kind of like an arc, and people can't find out who this troll is. But yeah, engaging is what they want. If you just ignore it, it doesn't really get them the satisfaction. Maybe they'll try to ramp it up a little bit or a lot of bit to get you to react. If you do not engage, they are bored and they will move on. But it's these people who like think that I'm gonna get you banned from this website forever. It's like, no, you ain't. It's happened many times before. You are not a unique snowflake. Yes, what this person is saying is horrible. No, that's not debatable. But you are engaging with the troll, which is a big internet no-no.
Snow fun like snow fun. Get into it, Hotan snowflakes.
Yeah, today has like a weird blue hue here in Michigan. I guess it's slightly better than gray. Yeah, I'm staying home today. I had a couple of meetings that I was going to go in the office for, but sometimes you just picture yourself in gridlock traffic, and it's snowing, and everyone's going really slow, and one butthole is going 90 miles an hour like there's nothing, like it's not snowing. And I get angry, and I get in the office, and I'm super angry and tired, and I'm late. And then it starts snowing again right before I leave, and I go, oh, I got to deal with this again. I don't want to deal with shit again. Or I stay home in my PJs, and I make a big thing of hot cocoa, and I go, not today. Not today, Mr. Winter. Oh, yeah, I had the same thing. I went from, like, okay, I'm not a kid anymore. I got to stop wearing all these graphic tees, especially if people want to take me seriously. And then, like, instinctively, I just was like, okay, all black clothes. And then it's like, that's a certain vibe, too. So now I feel like I'm trying to, like, split the difference. Throw some color into my life. And mix up my wardrobe. The problem is when you like buy clothes,
I use Mateo's sugar
you're like
free syrup
changing
from
your
Amazon.
style, kind of
Highly
like.
recommend if you want to reduce
Especially
sugar
if
and
you're
don't
trying to,
mind
like,
partying more.
Completely disconnect from your old style, new me, new you, kind of thing. I'm intrigued. Yeah. I don't need a whole lot of sugar. I drink my coffee and my tea, just straight up. Usually don't put anything in it. I'll put honey and green tea if I'm feeling fancy. But most of the time, I'll just drink it straight. Most of the time, I'll just drink coffee black. But thank you for the tip. I will look it up for if I ever make something. Like I'm baking something, not trying to...
I use it for oatmeal and cereal too, and pancakes.
Oh, okay. Oatmeal's not a bad idea. Thank you for the tip. But yeah, now I'm stuck between two worlds. I have like all this boring
One is good for
corporate
cocoa.
plain dark clothes, and I have graphic tees. Oh, they're different flavors, hey. Mint is one of my favorite flavors. I like all the old people flavors. I like mint. I like pistachio. I like coconut. I like black licorice. I don't know why. It is not to be a contrarian to the norms. It's just what I like.
Yeah, they have so many.
I like dark chocolate, I think mainly just because I like the bitterness from drinking black coffee. Like my palate is just adjusted to it. I like broccoli. I feel like I didn't like broccoli for the longest time
I have a
because
fucking
the way
clothing
my
I don't
mom
want.
cooked vegetables
I am
was.
still waiting for a clothing
I'm
swap
just gonna
event to pop
steam
up.
the shit out of these, and then it's like this weird jelly consistent. Like it's just falling apart. It's just. I hate it. I hate steamed vegetables still to this day. But a nice pan fry or a nice air fry.
I want new free clothes.
Oh, there you go. I'm a big Salvation Army guy. I like going in. You got to go a lot, though. The good stuff usually gets swiped up, but every once in a while, if you go often enough, they change it up pretty frequently. If you go every week,
I add frozen veg to instant ramen.
there's a good chance you'll find some new stuff. I add frozen veg to instant ramen. Yeah, yeah. I'll do cream of chicken and some water for if I want fancy ramen. Or I'll just use ramen noodles and put in a stir fry. Like I won't even cook the noodles because it takes so infrequently. Like just using the sauce and maybe a little bit of water. And I'll toss it in with stir fry. Something just so satisfying about just regular ramen noodles, though. You know, I always buy the Ramuchan, like the biggest pack of like the chicken noodle or the chicken flavor. I wish I could just buy a big thing of all those like pucks because I have so many of those like flavor packets built up from all the different things I use ramen noodles for. And I'm sure there's like a Asian grocery store I could just go to and do this. But I haven't found one so far. I just want like 100 pack of those like noodle pucks that I could keep and pop into anything I want. I feel like I ate a lot more ramen noodles, which might be a bad thing actually, because I don't think those are the healthiest thing for you either. But if it prevents me from going out and eating, I'd say a worthwhile investment. And you can make it healthy. You know, you can church up ramen a lot. It's like one of those things that is like always nice to have and you're at the ready. There you go. Why not? Yeah. Might as well make it myself comfortable. Like, I hate cold feet. And I would always buy like the bottom. I still don't have a good pair of like slippers, but I like paid not the cheapest slipper price, and those have been lasting me a while. Some nice warm slippers. But I do feel like I want to invest in another pair, and just like I hate cold feet, and I work from home a decent amount, so let me treat myself right. Get a nice pair of slippers. And hey, maybe sometimes I work from home just to wear the slippers. I feel like I gotta earn it. Okay. We are at the hour. Again, thank you for watching. Thanks for the fun conversations. And see you tomorrow. Have a good day, everybody. Enjoy.